Welcome in to Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. We have Game 2 of our softball IM Championship nights loaded up and ready to go for you guys. My name is Carson Meyer. Joe sitting next to me. Joe, I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
It's
so
Zagelski, but you're good. It's a tough one.
There we go. Did
Carson,
not want to offend.
I'm excited for this game. You know, we had a really great high-scoring game in the sorority. Let's see what the small frats can do.
Very excited indeed. These guys saw them warming up. They looked good. Appreciate you. Well, we're about ready to get underway here. We're just waiting on our umpires. They already went over ground rules. Lineups were exchanged. And it seems there is a little bit of confusion.
Well, you know, Carson, before the game I was talking to the teams, and a player on Alpha Gamma Rho is actually on the Auburn club team.
So is our fellow WEGL member Riley Kelman.
So we'll see if Alpha Gamma Rho can take advantage of that today.
We will see. Hopefully the outfield looks to be set pretty deep here.
Well, I'm guessing a lot of these guys played baseball in high school, so I'm expecting some hard contact.
Absolutely. These small frat games, I've done a few of them in my time, both basketball and football. As we get ready to go here, it'll be Owen leading off for Alpha Gamma Rho as the first pitch comes in for ball one.
And now, just for everyone at home, it always starts at 1-1.
And ball three falls in there, so partner's correct. It starts at 1-1, all the counts. A foul on 2 strikes as this one flied into center field, coming in on it and dropped. A little bit of a miscommunication there, rounding first, but not going to go anywhere is Owen as he reaches safely on an error here to kick this one off.
Well, you know, when I was in Little League, we used to say mine, mine, mine whenever the ball was in the outfield. Maybe they could use that up here.
Absolutely, that communication definitely needed right there. This one popped foul, running over there, not going to be able to make the catch in the outstretched arms at first.
Well, he definitely gave it a good effort.
Yeah, he did. Full throttle into the fence there. Hunter, number 34, steps to the plate here for Alpha Gamma Rho. This one swung on, driven left field, down. Coming around it is the left center fielder, and the ball gets in there. So just moving station to station, 2 singles back to back for Alpha Gamma Rho.
Yeah, he put that one right where you want it for a single.
So 1-1 the count. This one lifted high into left field. Under it is the left fielder to make the catch. Tagging from second, he'll be safe at third. Both runners advanced. 1 out here in the top of the first for Alpha Gamma Rho. 2 in scoring position.
That ball was hit sky high.
Absolutely. I thought it might have a chance to carry out of here. Not much of a breeze as the sun is now completely set. One floats in there for ball number 2.
Also, pitches have to be between a 6-foot and a 12-foot arc, or it's considered illegal and an automatic ball.
This one, again, skied in left field. 4 outfielders for Delta Chi as this one caught, and both runners advanced. So the score moves to 1-0 Alpha Gamma Rho, and they'll have a runner on third with 2 down here in the top of the first. So aggressive base running to start this one off for Delta Chi. This one grounded up the middle, scooped up by the pitcher. Tossed over to first. That is out number 3. When we come back, Delta Chi will get a chance to get that 1 run back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Softball Intramural Championships on WEGL 91.1. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex as we head to the bottom of the first. Delta Chi looks to even the score here as Alpha Gamma Rho able to grab one in the first. Pitch number one popped up on the infield. Under it is the second baseman for out number one. So one pitch, one out for Alpha Gamma Rho.
A lot of fly balls early.
Certainly. Seeing it maybe getting under this ball. A little too much trying to lift it out of here. This one again popped up on the infield and calling everybody off is the shortstop. So caught. It's 2 pitches, 2 outs. This one already moving at a rapid pace compared to our previous game. That was we are on our second of 5 tonight.
Should be a fun night.
Third pitch comes in. I think maybe take all the way there from Tom. Trying to avoid a immaculate inning. This one ripped hard into right field. Right in front of it, though, the right center fielder. Again, a 4 outfielder look here for Alpha Gamma Rho on defense, but a single nonetheless. Delta Chi looking to make something happen here with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, skied left field, about a mile high, but a can of corn out there. And so I believe that is about 5 pitches and 3 outs as Alpha Gamma Rho will head back into the dugout. We will be right back with the top of the second here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex, moving at a lightning fast pace here after that quick bottom of the first. They rush us back. Alpha Gamma Rho looking to add on to their early lead. Is this one grounded and bobbled there at short, so an infield single. We're going to score it as an error, I think, here.
I don't know. Mike was running pretty fast. I wonder if he could have made the play.
I would agree. Certainly a debate to be had there, about 60-foot base paths.
You know, I was wondering, as a baseball player used to that ball coming in a lot at a even line, could that high fly ball be the reason why we're having so many pop-ups?
And one out there, grounder to short. Tossed over to second and then first, but too late to get the second. So one out here, runner on first. Yeah, certainly. I mean, people, not only that, but then also maybe trying to swing for the fences a little bunch. Getting under this ball as this one lobbed in for strike 2. And grounded back towards the mound. Throw to second gets one. The throw to first will be held. So 2 outs, 2 shots at a double play early for Alpha Gamma Rho, Delta Chi. Alpha Gamma Rho now 2 down, 1 on.
For the most part here, the defense has been stellar.
Absolutely, certainly looked very good. Only about 1 error as this one popped into the fence here, the backstop. So strike 2, that is. And just as a reminder, 2 strikes, a foul ball is an out. And to take a look at our Yellowwood scoreboard, Auburn over at Jane B. Moore Field, not but a mile from here, takes the lead against number 23 Kentucky 2-1 in the top of the 6th. As that one is dropped in there for ball 2, certainly would be a big win for Mickey Dean's Tigers, looking to avoid that 12-13 play-in game.
And, you know, it'd just be a great way to end the weekend, to, not get swept and have some momentum before they go play Alabama.
Absolutely. As this one ripped into left field, right in the 5.5 hole. That's a Tony Gwynn-esque hit. Is bobbled in the outfield, but held at first. So runners second and first with 2 down here for Delta Chi. Or excuse me, Alpha Gamma Rho.
Yeah, like you said, that ball just got right through the hole between third and shortstop.
So first pitch taken there, nearly hit him. Ball 2 ahead in the count early is Freddie Freeman.
Another rule I learned is steals are not allowed here today.
No, they are not. A lot of pass balls. If steals were allowed, these games would be about 100 to 90 as a final score. This one popped down the third base line and going to fall in for a foul ball. Kind of in our blind spot, but good job by our umpires keeping us informed. Our umpires, of course, if you want to become
How do
an
I become an umpire?
you would head down to the rec and say, hey, I want to become a referee or umpire, offer all kinds of experience. As this one lined into the hot corner, the throw into the dirt, overrunning second, but still safe all around. Bases juiced here. 2 down in the top of the second. Looked like that ball got on him quick. Wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do with it.
You know, he did have the force out at third.
He did have the force out at third. I think maybe a bit of confusion there.
Well, it is the championship game, so, you know, nerves might be high.
You never know. You never know. The coveted shirt says intramural champions on. Is this one a big swing, but chopped to the hot corner, and stepping on third this time, taking advantage of that force play. Delta Chi will head back into the dugout as Alpha Gamma Rho fails to capitalize in strands 3. We will be right back with more softball on WEGL 91.1. Welcome back into Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. The score is Alpha Gamma Rho 1, Delta Chi 0. We're on the bottom of the second. The count is 1-1. This one ripped to second base and a hop and a throw, but bobbled at first. So safe there. A routine ground ball turns into an infield, or excuse me, a reaching on an error there for Delta Chi. Already a runner on here with no outs.
Delta Chi is back-to-back champions in the small frat division, so they're going to be going for that three-peat tonight.
This one chopped towards the mound. Fielded throw to first, not in time. Safe all around. Runners second and first here. Nobody down. The Delta Chi order has the line moving here.
I mean, he just ran down first.
Pitch ripped left side. Diving stop. Kept it in front of him. No chance to get an out anywhere. So bases juice for Delta Chi, down 1 in the bottom of the second.
Things could get sloppy fast.
They could. We don't know here. Certainly need to capitalize with 3 on here. His first pitch taken, ball 2. That one also going to be taken as a ball. So the count 3-1. Looking for his pitch here. Green light here?
Definitely. Bases loaded, you want one.
There it is. Hit right in the 5.5 hole. That's going to score 1. Runner going to hold at 3 after a great throw from left field. So bases loaded. We are tied here at Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. Delta Chi, nobody down still, and an RBI single.
And, you know, they're just playing station to station right now. Nothing, no homers, no doubles, just playing consistent baseball 1 through 9.
Number 13, that's Charlie at the plate. Had the put out to end the inning. Grounds it to short. Out at 2, swing to 1, not in time. So 1 out, runners on the corners, and a second run will come in there for Delta Chi. Certainly would trade an out for a run, I think, in that scenario. What do you think, Joe?
That's definitely the right call. You don't want to take a risk at home and then come away with nothing.
I would agree. That one's taken for ball 2. Delta Chi swings this one, blows it open here in the bottom of the second. A 2-1 lead for him. Count 3-1. 1 down. Runners on the corner. 4 outfielder look. A lot of room in center field as this one is fouled back. Just a reminder that as the count goes full here, a foul ball with 2 strikes is an out.
You know, that pitch was a little bit outside on a 3-1. I'd be a little more picky.
And take strike 3 right down the plate. As you say, being a little more picky, I think he might have been a little bit too picky there. That one looked like it was right down Broad Street.
Especially on a 3-2 count, you're just defending the plate.
Absolutely is ball 2 taken there. Runners on the corners. 2 down for Delta Chi as they look to build on their lead.
Men on the corners. One swing of the bat.
This one popped right side. Under it is the first baseman making the grab over his shoulder. A good catch. Delta Chi gets 2 to come back. They lead now as Alpha Gamma Rho will look to regain their lead in the top of the third when we come back. Welcome back into field. Welcome back into field 16 here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Ball 2 taken there. My name is Carson Meyer with my partner here, Joe Zagelski. I got that right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Just a reminder for the fans out there.
This one hit up the middle hard. Going to be a single. Excuse me, Joe. That was a hard hit ball off of the knee. I think that's going to be a single. Can't really count that as an error in my opinion, but as you were saying.
Mercy rules for these games are going to be the following: if you get over 10 within the first 3, it's over, and then after that, it's 8 runs. Anything after the 3rd inning.
All right, you heard it there first from my partner there, Joe Zagelski. An 8-run lead after the 3rd. As this one ripped foul down the 3rd base line, so the count will be 2-2. As Alpha Gamma Rho looks to get back in front here in the 3rd inning. Lost their lead last inning to a Delta Chi threat. Delta Chi stranded 2 last inning, had bases loaded with nobody down, only ended up with 2. So all in all, not a bad inning from Alpha Gamma Rho.
Definitely not. You know, if this game goes one way or another, they're going to be looking back at that inning.
This one skied deep center field, tracking back over the outstretched arms of the center fielder. The runners are going right behind one another. This is out of a movie. They're going to come around. One run scores. The other one scores about 2 seconds after him. And I have never seen that before. He was trailing behind him about 10 feet.
You know, I'm pretty sure the batter was about to catch the guy in front of him.
He almost did. I'll tell you what. He looked like he had to hold up to not pass him, but Alpha Gamma Rho takes the lead here in the the top of the 3rd. This one ripped deep left field, back to the track. A can of corn. Almost thought we saw our first home run of the night there. That one was hit very, very deep and well into left field, but playing very deep out there is the left fielder, number 2.
You know, these fences are pretty far back, and with slow pitch, it's going to be tough to hit home run, but I'm optimistic.
I am too, especially as we get to these bigger power hitters here who can put a little bit on the ball, especially with the slow pitch, like you said. Not a lot of velo coming in, as this one also hit deep into left, but right under it again is Delta Chi making another play out there. That 4 outfielder look, not very evenly spaced out there, I'll say. A big shift, big gap in center field they've left a couple of times. I think that even may have led to that ball dropping in for that 2-run homer.
So you're telling me the scouting report didn't work out too well on how to space the fielders?
It did not. I mean, even if you look now in right field there, big gap in right center. This one ripped into right field down for a base hit. He'll round first, but stay there.
The right fielder was in the right place that time.
He was, exactly. They had the scouting report right for him. So 2 down here, runner on first. Already 2 runs across for Alpha Gamma Rho here in the top of the 3rd, looking to build on that lead. Back and forth affairs. This one grounded to short, flipped to second, and Delta Chi ends the Alpha Gamma Rho threat here in the 3rd. When we come back, we'll have bottom of the 3rd action. Delta Chi will look to come back and again flip this scoreboard in their favor. Welcome back in to Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. My name is Carson Meyer on the call with my partner, Joe Zagelski. As we settle in here, Delta Chi trailing by 1 in the bottom of the third. Take strike 1, 1-2.
Is that an arm sleeve I see on our batter right now?
It is, and I love it. A very open stance, very powerful if he can get it on the pull side, as he does right there. A little Texas leaguer falls in to left field,
You know
and
what they say,
a
look good,
leadoff
play
single.
good.
Look good, play good. Certainly the mantra, especially for, I would say, intramural sports, looking good is certainly the #1 priority.
These guys are just out here to have a good time.
That is why we were all here. As this one ripped into right field, going back in right field to the wall. It's going to one-hop the fence. One run's going to come. Rounding third, he's going to hold up there. No, he's going to run after a failed cutoff attempt, but threatened back to third. So a leadoff single followed up by a triple leads to Delta Chi, tying this one up in the bottom of the third.
I was really on my toes there. You know, he was bobbling it second. I didn't know if he was going to come home or not.
Well, that's
close.
the second or third one we see with home run potential. See if one of these guys can get a little bit under it. No breeze to help him out, and cool air ball is going to fall faster. This one ripped into left field, high and deep. That one going to get to the wall. Again, going to two-hop it. So one run in, rounding second, come to third. They're going to wave him. Here comes the throw. Is too high and inside the Parker home run for Delta Chi. They lead by 2, 5-3. Your score at the Auburn Sportsplex.
You know, Alpha Gamma Rho definitely has their outfield more in than Delta Chi. Let's see if they make some adjustments.
Second one we've seen go over the head there this inning. Is this one ripped up the middle? No chance at that on the defensive end, rounding first, but going to stay there. Another single, keeping the line moving. Again, nobody down here for Delta Chi in the bottom of the third. This has been a back-and-forth affair. Alpha Gamma Rho took the lead in the first, then Delta Chi in the second, back to Alpha Gamma Rho, and now Delta Chi again as this one swung on first pitch, a can of corn in center field. So finally, Alpha Gamma Rho slowing down this Delta Chi offense.
This Delta Chi offense has really woken up here. That is the first out of the inning after scoring, what was that, 3 runs?
Believe so. A hot start to this bottom of the third as first pitch taken there.
Is it hit by pitch, a walk here?
It is not. Just going to go in the books as ball 1.
Ball 2.
Ball 2, excuse me. Jack rips one to short, flips to short for 1, no chance at 2, and a slide in there. Came prepared. There did Chris, wearing pants, sliding in. We saw one of the ladies in our first game, sororities, slide in to second with a skirt. Very dangerous game to play there as this one swung on, fouled, strike 2. So 1 down, runner on first. Delta Chi leads 5-3 here.
Just a reminder for all the fans, every single count starts at 1-1.
It does certainly a rule to get used to there, as this one taken off of, I believe, his forearm or elbow there will drop, and that'll be ball 2. So the count.
Full count.
Excuse me, full count. Full count here. So base hit, ball 4. Ball 4. The option there as he will jog down to first. So first and second here, 1 down for Delta Chi, looking to build on this 5-3 lead.
You know, even though we know it's 1-1 and we talked about it a lot.
Well, this one skied left field, going back, coming all the way over from left center field to make a great catch. All the way over in left field, the 4 outfielder look, sprinting at least 100 feet to make that catch over his shoulder. Just ridiculous to end the Delta Chi threat here in the bottom of the third. When we come back, it'll be the top of the 4th, and Alpha Gamma Rho will look to swing the scoreboard in their favor. Welcome back into Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. Back here as Alpha Gamma Rho get hot start there in the 5.5 hole as a leadoff single for Alpha Gamma Rho as they look to come back in this one and again swing the score. We're already, I believe, 3 lead changes we've seen so far. Is that right, Joe?
It's been an exciting one. Yes, I believe you're right. How many hits have we seen through that 5-3 hole?
Exactly. Tony Gwynn would be proud as this one ripped again through the 5.5 hole between the shortstop and third baseman. Station to station again there for Alpha Gamma Rho. Same strategy we saw from them in their big inning.
Do we think these teams talk about shifts at all?
I'm going to say yes, because we've seen this, out, at least in the outfield, I think. We've seen a few shifts. Haven't seen as much in the infield as this one chopped back to the circle. Field, the only option at first, gets the out. So smart play there on the mound.
That'll go down as a sacrifice with men on second and third now with 1 out. Let's see if they can get even another score change here for Alpha Gamma Rho.
And first pitch going to drop in there for ball number 2.
There you go, Carson.
There you go. A bit of an odd one to get used to.
We're baseball fans. It's hard to adjust.
This one fouled back, going to hit the fence, so no play, 2-2. So 2 on, both in scoring position. Nobody down here for Alpha Gamma Rho, down 2. This pitch swung on, hit hard to short, and scooping it off of the pavement is the shortstop, swung over to second. That'll turn 2. We are out of this one. The Alpha Gamma Rho threat ends there. 5-3 your score heading into the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back in. My name is Carson Meyer with my partner Joe Zagelski. We have Delta Chi here, and we have Alpha Gamma Rho in the the bottom of the 4th. Delta Chi leads 5-3. We've seen a few lead changes. Delta Chi up to bat.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is Delta Chi's.
First pitch swung on, hit deep left center field. That ball is down, going to bounce to the fence. Rounding second, headed to third. They're waving him. Throw going to be cut off at short, not going to be even close to in time. An inside the park leadoff home run for Delta Chi as they extend their lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. A cracking start there for Delta Chi.
There was too many fumbles out in left field in the cutoff. He really had it all the way.
I will say that ball got in here in a hurry once he did get a handle on it out in left field. A heck of a throw as this one skied into foul territory, coming over to make the play, readjusting. And a great grab in foul territory, falling on his back over there in the hot corner. Got to always be ready. Heck of a play.
Heck of a play. It's really tough to get those super high fly balls to read them in the air.
So a lot. Those balls move in ways you don't expect a lot of the time as first pitch comes in for ball number 2. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Delta Chi going to foul this one off down the right field line. Delta Chi 6-3 lead. We've seen a few lead changes so far, but
I believe this is Delta Chi's first inning where they're going into it up. It's just been a real back and forth game here.
It is, by my count, if my scorebook is correct. Ball number 3 falls in. So full count now. This one ripped to short and a shuffle, a throw, a close play, bang, bang over at first, but the umpire says safe, and a good call from him. He got himself into a good position to make the call there. And where do you think he learned how to do that, Joe?
Well, he learned how to do it at umpire school from the rec. Any student who wants to join just goes over there and shows your interest.
So this one ripped into right field. The right center fielder coming in on it, going to go over his head. So we are moving Delta Chi runners. One runner around third. He's going to score easy. Here comes the throw. Cut off at second. Going to come in. They're going to score 2. It's up the line. Delta Chi leads 8-3 in the bottom of the 4th. That one ripped, and a rough read out there in right center field came in. The first step, day 1 of Little League. First step is always back. He came in on that one. You can always come in. It's hard to go back.
You know, with a score of 8-3, I'm wondering if this game's getting a little out of hand for Alpha Gamma Rho.
You want to remind us of our mercy rules, Joe?
So if in the first 3 innings, which we've now passed, it's up by 8 to win.
This one's skied center field. Going to be a can of corn out there, so that'll be out number 2.
They need to win. They need to be up by more than 10 runs at the end of the inning within the first 3. By the 5th inning, if they're up by 8 or more through the end of the inning, then it's a mercy rule.
Certainly something to watch as we approach the top of the 5th. Right now, the bottom of the 4th. Delta Chi leads 8-3. This one ripped right center field. Again, first step in from our right center fielder, but this time making the right read out there. So Alpha Gamma Rho heads back into the dugout looking to capitalize now on, or looking to build on a rough, top of the 4th inning in the 5th when we come back. Welcome back into Field 16 at the Auburn Sportsplex. My name is Carson Meyer with my partner, Joe Zagelski. Right now, we have the men's small frat intramural softball championships, our second of 5 games. The next 3 coming up after the conclusion of this one. Joe, what do you think so far? What are you seeing?
Well, you know, this game has been way more fast-paced than our sorority game. It has only been, 40 minutes, and we're already in the 5th? This has been a great game, great defense, and Delta Chi has been mashing baseballs. We'll see if Alpha Gamma Rho can respond here.
We will see here. Alpha Gamma Rho didn't score, I believe, for the first time in their top of the 4th appearance, now the top of the 5th. They look to get started here early. The count 2-1. And the third pitch taken, or second pitch, taken there for strike 2.
It looks like he doesn't look like he's very much in swing mode, but that.
Does not, as this one chopped forward into fair territory. The throw to first pulls the first baseman off the bag, so safe at first. Hustles out that one. Ricky Henderson now standing on first as Alpha Gamma Rho.
Do we want to call it a base hit, or do we want to call that one an error?
I'm going to call that one a base hit. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He chopped that one.
Agree.
It would have been an extraordinary play for the pitcher to come in there from the circle and make that throw on target. And that's how I define an error. Does it take an extraordinary effort? I think that one did. So we're going to give him a hit here. Give him the benefit of the doubt as this one skied center field. That one might land in no man's land. Back goes the shortstop making the grab in shallow center field. So 1 out already for Alpha Gamma Rho. Runner on first. Looking to get back within striking distance here.
I also believe that's a pinch runner at first base.
They did bring in a pinch runner after.
Despite the sprint to first base. I don't agree with the call.
I think he deserved to get to come around there, but some coaching decisions at play there as this one hot shot to short will be thrown to second for 1. Goes the short way.
Decides to hold it. You know, we haven't seen a double play yet, but the defense has been good. I believe we could get one.
Well, top of the 5th inning here. If we head over to Jane B. Moore Field, just a little less than a mile away as part of our Auburn Sports complex here. Auburn Tigers will lead 4-1 in the top of the 7th with that lead over number 23 Kentucky, looking to avoid a sweep in that 3-game set.
I love to hear that's 4-1. The bats have really waken up today. Something Mickey Dean's going to be happy.
Oh, hot shot left side. Great play in the hot corner. Holy that one came off the bat about 100 miles an hour and a fantastic play.
Up there.
That one came out of nowhere. Great play. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th as Delta Chi looks to build on that exciting play and extend their lead. Welcome back into not Jane B. Moore Field. That is about a mile away. We're at the Auburn Sportsplex, where we have the men's small frat championships for softball. As this one lined between shortstop and third for a base hit. Delta Chi already starting a lot of leadoff hits for Delta Chi have led to runs thus far, Joe.
I agree, and I don't blame you for calling it JB Moore Field. This has been a great game.
A quick moving game here as this one grounded left side, running over from the circle, an errant throw to first. Runners both going to advance. They're going to have second and third as this one thrown into the outfield. 1 run in, and a chopper to the left side turns into an infield, not a triple, but advances on a few errant throws to third. Delta Chi now 9. Alpha Gamma Rho 3. A runner stands on third with nobody down here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch fouled back. 1 and 2. What did we just see, Joe?
I think, I just talked about the great defense, and then we just see a little bit of Little League ball, if I might call it that. Just back-to-back errors on the same play. I think that was an error, not even a single on the first hit.
Unbelievable. This one ripped into right center field, going back and over the outstretched arms of the center fielder. Made a great play like that, rounding second. They're going to send him home. The throw bobbled by the shortstop, and another 2 runs come home. Now an 8-run lead for Delta Chi in the 5th here. I believe
it's the bottom of the inning, correct?
It is the bottom of the inning. I believe the mercy rule is 10. 10
I may have been,
after 4, I
may
think.
have been misled. I'm not quite sure. I think
we've heard some conflicting reports, but the fact that we're still playing tells me that it might be 10.
These umpires know what they're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great umpires here. Haven't seen any bad calls thus far as this one whacked into left field and going back, making a great play out and left for out number 1. Now that's just out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Delta Chi, another hot start to an inning. Just the bats are on fire.
And I really believe that Delta Chi has a really 1 through 9 lineup.
This one whacked into center field now. Falling line drive, going to be caught and tracked down out there in center. We've seen a few great plays from the man in the Dansby Swanson jersey. I do wish we had a name for him, but
I think I have it for you.
We may have
That's Owen Fincher.
Owen Fincher out there in the Dansby Swanson jersey, rocking MLB players for Alpha Gamma Rho rather than numbered jerseys.
A lot of Braves jerseys I see.
A lot of Braves jerseys. They lead the Marlins late in that one. Bryce Elder, a great start for the Bravos. Bottom of the 3rd, the count 3-1. Delta Chi looking to build on their lead. This one skied left field. And Alpha Gamma Rho will look to come back down 11-3 in the top of the 6th when we come back. You're listening to Intramural Softball Championships on WEGL 91.1. We are playing ball again here at the Auburn Sportsplex, field number 16. We're ready to tee off the top of the 6th. Alpha Gamma Rho looks to come back. This one chopped back to the circle, slipped a little bit on the throw, and that one's going to fly by the first baseman, moving up on the errant throw, looking for third, not going to take it. So runner on second here already for Alpha Gamma Rho as they have an 8-run deficit to overcome.
People like to make fun of pitchers. Are they really like fielders? Sometimes this game has shown us not. Back-to-back innings with pitchers making errant throws to first.
Absolutely. The argument pitchers are not athletes. It is confirmed, and a light ground ball to pull the first baseman over. The pitcher cannot get over there in time, so an infield single, runners corners, an 8-run lead for Delta Chi, threatening to go away here. There's nobody down here in the top of the 6th.
It certainly looks like these pitchers are not athletes tonight.
No, they have been just a step behind. Pitched well, hit well, both of them, but
definitely not. Have we had a walk tonight?
I don't think so. Maybe one. As this one rips center field, that's going to score 1 run as it gets down. But station to station, runners first and second, nobody down. That's what you need, I think, if you're Alpha Gamma Rho. Just station to station, put some runs up on the board, chip away at this Delta Chi lead.
Oh, I completely agree. You know, when you're down big, you just got to go one batter at a time.
So first and second, first pitch swinging. This one chopped foul down the third base line. Count 1-2. That's what's tough about this 1-1 count, I think, is just one swing and a miss. If you don't make contact that first time, you're in a hole 1-2.
It's tough, but I mean, it's what you get when you get the lob throws, you know?
Absolutely. You don't have to worry about the pitcher playing tricks, getting in a hole. It's not like they're throwing sliders or anything. As this one rips center field, that wall is down just in front of the center fielder. A good play to keep it in front of him. So station to station again. Bases juiced here. Nobody down for Alpha Gamma Rho as they threaten to score with 3 on and nobody out.
I love the call to hold him at third. You're down by 7. You don't need to force it now.
I like it as well. I'm of the same opinion. No point in making that first out at home. A good stop out there in center field as this one fouled back, 1-2. No need to make that first out at home. Now you have bases loaded, nobody down. I would much rather that than first and second, 1 down, I think.
Yeah.
Not in a position to trade outs and runs, I don't think. For Alpha Gamma Rho. This one swung on. Kind of weak lollipop liner to short is caught. Runner's not going to move anywhere.
Do you think that would have been an infield fly rule?
No, I don't think so. I think that one kind of came off the bat with a lot of spin. Little too much on a line to really call that one, I think. Not the can of corn we've seen a few times tonight. First pitch swinging, whacked left field. That ball is down. That's going to mean runs for Alpha Gamma Rho. 1 run in. The throw is on line and tagged out at the plate. Delta Chi gets it in and gets the out. So only 1 run comes home for Alpha Gamma Rho as a costly base running mistake there. Just could not quite get there. Great throw from left field.
Great throw, but
on a line.
They're not listening to our broadcast.
No, they are not. They didn't even have to cut that one off. This one ripped left field. That's going to be over the – no, it's not. A great play there. Made a great adjustment on the fly for out number 3 in the inning. So after 5.5 innings, it is Delta Chi 11, Alpha Gamma Rho 5. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th. Delta Chi looks to build on their lead. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex. Kind of teams filing in for our next game. We are on the second of 3.
Second of 5.
IM softball championships as Delta Chi, I believe, needs 4 here in the bottom half of the 6th to take away the win with a mercy rule. His first pitch swinging into right field. That'll fall in for a base hit. What do you think Delta Chi needs to do here to get 4, Joe? Another leadoff batter on base with a hit.
I think for them, it's just, as simple as it is, just get runners on. They don't need to do anything fancy here. Just maintain their lead.
I agree. As this one also ripped into right field, coming in on it, making the play on the sinking line drive out in right field. So 1 down as Delta Chi brings their 3rd batter of the inning to the plate.
Our runner on first is Mr. Look Good, Play Good himself, and I notice he also has batting gloves.
He does have batting gloves. He's certainly the best. The most
best
ripped out, best dressed.
Yeah.
Absolutely wins the accolade for best dressed here in our men's small frat intramural championship. The second pitch taken, I believe the count 3-1 now. Delta Chi, I think here, just take it station to station as ball 4 falls in. That's, I believe, our 2nd walk of the night.
Yeah, it's been great pitching. Great pitching.
Great pitching. Pitchers.
There's not much you can do. You can't throw any curveballs, no sliders. You just got to put it over the plate, and they've been able to do that.
Let your fielders make plays. This one ripped up the middle. That's going to score at least 1 as the speedster was standing on 2nd and moving over to 3rd. So runners on the corners. 1 run in there for Delta Chi here in the bottom of the 6th, looking to put on 3 more. Now the potential winning run comes to the plate now for the rest of the inning for Delta Chi. It's 1 out. This one chopped up the middle, gets past the pitcher. Shortstop makes a great play, bounces the throw to first, 1 run in, and safe all around. Again, first and third. Now the count moves to 2. The potential winning run stands on first. Corners, 1 out, 13-5. Delta Chi lead. What do you think, Joe?
This game could be over in one swing.
Absolutely, we could see the way that we've seen it. So tonight, Delta Chi running all over the base paths. First pitch swinging.
He swung hard on that one. I think he wanted our first homer of the night.
He did. It would certainly be a good way to end this one.
That would be exciting.
This one chopped back up to the circle. First, the only play. Gets the out, 1 run coming in, sliding in. Safe, beat the throw by a hair. A good attempt there. I didn't really think he would have any sort of chance to get at the out at home, but he did.
That was some aggressive base running, but it paid off.
Absolutely, and lucky for him, he's wearing pants because that slide would have torn up his legs.
Yeah.
If he was not. I'll tell you that for free.
The smart men are wearing pants. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely, winning run now standing on second as this one popped up on the infield and caught. So Alpha Gamma Rho not going away yet as we head to the top of the 7th. It'll be a 14-5 Delta Chi lead. Alpha Gamma Rho needs 9 to save themselves. Welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex as we head to the top of the 7th. Alpha Gamma Rho needs 9 to stay alive and force a bottom half of the 7th. Alpha Gamma Rho started off hot, but the bat's kind of cooled off since then, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a run since the 2nd or 3rd inning. They got to be careful, be picky with some of your pitches, especially early in counts, and just focus one batter at a time. That's all you can do at this point.
So they put the ball in play, and good things will happen. I had a coach tell me that. This one ripped up the middle, bobbled at second, and reaching on an error, the first at-bat of this inning.
That's a leadoff hit, and, it's just a good start. That's what you got to do if you're Alpha Gamma Rho right now.
Now the left center fielder stepping to the plate. We've seen a couple of great plays, certainly a speedster out in the outfield for this Alpha Gamma Rho team as he rips one to short. Sliding play, flip to second. Is offline, safe all around. They'll move station to station, and the best dressed player makes a fantastic play, just cannot quite get the out.
Austin, number 53 on second base, almost cost himself there by going off the base a little bit after already reaching.
The adrenaline is certainly pumping. This one lined into the outfield and station to station again, as we talked about, so base is loaded, nobody down. Alpha Gamma Rho needs 9 to stay alive, and they look in shape to get a few with the bases juiced already in the 7th. 3 batters, 3 singles.
I think a really big key here is they can't repeat the mistake they made and send batters home unnecessarily.
I agree. Certainly not worth it at this stage as pitch number 1 comes in for ball 2.
We need 9 runs. We can't be trading outs and taking big risks.
I agree. Just be safe on the base paths. Move where you need to. A force out anywhere. All base runners need to know that. Also need to know to tag up on a line drive. Don't leave too soon. Make sure it gets over infielders' heads. Auburn takes the win at Jane B. Moore Field 4-1 as a run is walked in. But Auburn gets the win over Kentucky. So they avoid a sweep there narrowly.
I love to hear that.
I believe to 6-12 on the season in the SEC. Looking again to avoid that 12-13 game, that playing game of the SEC tournament. Strike 2 comes in on the first pitch.
And I know Michaela Packer had a great game, hitting a home run, I believe, in the 2nd inning.
Well, there you go. This Auburn offense kind of starting to come alive here. Is this one ripped into left field, going to be caught. Runner going to tag at third. Throw. Runner going to tag everywhere. Throw high at third. They went to third trying to get that runner. They let the run come in. So 14-7 now your score in the top of the 7th. They tried to get the runner at third, and I thought they had a good shot at it.
Alpha Gamma Rho is definitely not playing it safe here.
No, they are not. They want these runs, and they want them now. Second and third, one down here in the top of the 7th, and the count will be 2-1. Ball grounded, right side, fielded, turn, throw to first is not in time, an errant throw. That could cost him another run. One run already in, and the runner from second going to score there. So a runner on first now as two come in on a routine ground ball to second. An errant throw, and how many runs have we seen come in on bad throws today, Joe?
Oh, so many runs. And you know what? Alpha Gamma Rho trying to make it interesting here in the 7th inning on their last chance.
Down to their last chance. 2 more outs for Alpha Gamma Rho. 14-9 your score is this one going to fall in to left center field. The runners will move station to station. So 2 on, 1 out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. All of their hits this inning have been singles.
I would believe that that's true. And a few of them, I know the first runner reached on an error, and then we have that runner reach on an error just 2 batters ago. A few Texas Leaguers, a couple powerful hits. These runners playing it relatively safe on the base path. This one ripped in the 5.5 hole. That's going to score 1 as he rounds third. The throw comes, going to be cut off. So 14-10 now your score. First and second for Alpha Gamma Rho as they still need 4 now, but a chance to bring up the winning run as they stand, or the tying run, excuse me, as it stands in the on-deck circle.
I don't think it was close, but I'm glad they didn't send the runner from second to third there.
I am too. This one ripped down the third base line. That's going to score 1. Rounding second and staying there is the runner from first. So now 14-11, just chipping away. Little by little, the tying run steps to the plate for Alpha Gamma Rho. I had him counted out. I'm not going to lie to you, Joe.
If you're Delta Chi, if I'm Delta Chi, I'm getting nervous a little bit.
You just need to calm down, make an out here if you're Delta Chi. You've had a few chances. You know that you can. As this one popped up left side, going to fall into foul territory, strike 2.
You know, the tying run is now at the plate. They were down, 14-5 to start this inning?
14-5, down 9, needed 9 to force a bottom of the 7th.
6.
I had written them off. Honestly, I was getting ready to order my Chick-fil-A and head home. Alpha Gamma Rho.
You know, these intramural championship games, you just never know what you're going to get.
No, you never know. You got to tune in. Dylan Cardwell could join us soon. Probably not, but he did for intramural basketball championship. Those videos back on WEGL's YouTube if you wanted to check those out. As umpire rings him up, strike 3 there.
I don't agree with it.
Upset with the call is the players. I have that as one as a strike, Joe. I'm not going to lie to you.
I think it's a little bit inside, but you know, maybe I just want the comeback.
Maybe, as we said, our pitchers pitching very, very well tonight. It's down to their last out, and now their last strike is Alpha Gamma Rho. And who else to step to the plate here?
But Freddie Freeman.
Absolutely wouldn't want anybody else. This pitch comes in and hits him, so 2-2 your
it.
count. Down to the last strike, Alpha Gamma Rho needs 3. The tying run at the plate.
We got some fans heckling, calling for him to charge the mound.
So down to their last strike. Delta Chi looking to become 3-peat champions.
And
Fouled back,
do it.
strike 3. Delta Chi makes it 3 straight intramural softball championships in the small frat division. When we come back, we will have, I believe, men's large frat as our third game of the night. Just a great game here. Alpha Gamma Rho can't quite pull off the comeback, and Delta Chi, 3-peat champions.